Sanadina, I am so sorry. I've been postponing and procrastinating a bit on shipping your stuff out. I think I found some USPS flat rate boxes that I had bought like a decade ago, thinking that I was gonna be shipping stuff out, and then I never used them. So I think I can use one of those and just do flat rate shipping. Um, I'll double check because I gotta dig them out from underneath some bubble wrap. But I will for sure get you your goods. Okay, let's get started in here. Do we have enough? No! We almost have enough. Uh, how do I get to where I'm trying to go? Did I claim daily login? I think so. For the Edge Runners stuff, right? Yeah, it doesn't show up in here anymore. Because I've... Yeah. So the sign-in gifts I've already done. 2-day quests say wait, so I have to do the time thing. I have to do this 2 days later. I'm so grateful that you guys are here to help backseat me through this. Now I just went 2 days after. Okay. 2 days. Wait, I just 2 days later. Did I see the new gotcha drama? No, what happened? Who's in trouble? Oh, Love in Deep Space? I saw one of the Honkai 3rd cosplayers remark that she's grateful that she's a lesbian and not someone who's fawning over lads. And I was like, okay. That's the only way I saw it on my feed. Wait, why would they respond that way? Why didn't they just say, we'll reflect on our actions, here's some apologems? Why were the Chinese fandom so mad to begin with? I think that's the first question we have to ask. Did the character kind of like make them upset for something? Lene is like if you combine Songche with Asuna from Blue Archive and you just like merge them into one character. That's this character right here.
和残心会相关的调查和问询都还在继续，但因为我现在还处于没有入学的状态，还不能去上课。载具也被扣下了。诺宁教授布置了一大堆作业，说要给我解闷。倒也不是，是因为之前发你的那篇报道。
The Chinese fandom said that he looks gay or whatever. You know, when I was in China, I was in the anime shops trying to look for stuff. There was a lot of yaoi enjoyers, and they're just like, oh, this character looks gay. And they were girls making those comments. That's what I remember browsing the anime shops in Beijing. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. There are some that like really enjoy, and then yeah, I don't know. IDK.
不如说，在身份暴露之后还能获得留在这里的机会，就已经让我觉得幸运到有些不安了。不说这个了。哦，对了，我刚刚收到通知，明天就是我的入学测验了。借你吉言，一定会顺利的。 只是学校会给我重新发录取通知书，我好像要从预科1年级重新开始读了。
Starting over. No, what about transfer? Transfer credits. Come on, university's just trying to milk you for tuition, Lene.
这么一想，好像也还不赖哦。
Oh wait, this is Space China. Tuition is paid for by the state. Or something like that, I guess.
虽然还有很多需要完成的事情和需要面对的问题，但我现在第一次感觉到了前所未有的轻松。以前虽然快乐，但我心底总有一块被石头压着的地方。但现在不必再被任何阴影推搡着前进，而是真正做我自己。
Man, this song sounds like it would fit in like a cyberpunk themed anime.
所以，你的佣兵的故事早都结束了。从现在开始的，就是属于林奈的人生。
Cool. All right, let me pull out my notepad.
想留在大家身边。
Pull out my notepad.
一同迈向明天。
Open my Lucy pulls. Alright. Time to send another 10 pull and pray that we win the 50-50. Can you lose the 50-50 on this banner? Yes! Yohu again. Didn't we actually encounter her in the that one story? Hold on, where's my notepad? Oh, here it is. What's her name? Yohu. I haven't had many like double 4 stars in a poll yet. Bro, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. We're at 60. We're at 60 pulls right now. My next refund pull is at 80. Not looking good. 29. What's up, dude? Did you see people are talking smack about Marisso again? So here's my thought. I respect Snowy Owl's opinions on this. On an individual level, I felt like soon as she mentioned, you know, if, you know, you should also unfollow or block, that's where I kind of just like, hold up. I'm being sent in a time capsule back to the year 2010 when Twitter was still owned by Jack Dorsey. That part felt very immature to me. Like, I get it, right? Like, you don't like Mauricio, you feel like his content is bad, you feel like his personality is bad, as reflected by his content. But you already don't follow, or you already have him blocked. So I just kind of read the tweet, and I just kind of like, okay, and then I did nothing. So if y'all remember back when Marissa was beefing with me and Fragile and Nefer a couple years back, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. 3, 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. At the end of it, he apologized to me, and then we were just mutuals on Twitter. I don't really interact with his content. Maybe once or twice, like in a beta, I'll like, you know, retweet some beta images that he data mined or whatever. Just 3C. I mean, what about Honkai Third Guy, right? What about Honkai Third Guy? A lot of the bigger fans hate him, but he was one of the first people to actually make content for the game because he genuinely enjoyed the game. Granted, his opinions and views on the game aren't that popular, but because a lot of it is from a male gaze perspective, you know. I could understand Amadeus's arguments a little bit more because he was more concerned about like actual like accuracy of the beta tests. But it's like in the grand scheme of things, right? Like it's one of those things where you could just kind of like step back and take a glass of water and take a sip of water and be like, I'm too employed for this, or I've got too many games to play to care about this. In fact, that reminds me, I need to apply for the 9.0 beta test because I actually submitted output. 29. Aren't you proud of me? I actually submitted my videos for version 8.9 or I guess May to June, for the month of June output. I submitted 4 links because I had 4 VODs that were like, you know, above 150 to 300 views. So that's kind of how I feel. Ultimately, I feel like MG probably had the best approach, where MG was just like, I don't want anything to do with Marissa. I'm not gonna follow him. I'm not gonna even engage him or his content. And I feel like if you don't like Marissa, I feel like that's the best approach. But I feel like as soon as you tell your followers, like, oh, you need to follow, unfollow, and block so-and-so, now you're, like, now you are, interfering and intruding and imposing upon my social media feed, right? Like, I've curated my feed the way that I want to. You know, this is my feed, not yours, type of thing. You're Fenris, right? This is kind of like one of those spammers that spam you on Discord, and you just auto block because you have no idea who it is. Next thing you know, this Mayo character, Mayo, is gonna ask if you're looking for art for your Twitch stream, art or assets, you know. It's weird if you go to Blue Sky and you start using Blue Sky. Blue Sky really does feel like 2010 to 2015 Twitter, and then you start like running into names that you used to follow on Twitter, and you're like, oh man, this is nostalgic. Man, I love Wyvern content. Wyvern is great because he was just no fluff, and I think soon as Marissa started introducing fluff and shitposts and quote-unquote jokes, he started offending people in the community because some people didn't find his jokes funny. You know, nobody complained about Wyvern, even though Wyvern was also kind of like, you know, he was kind of in the gray area of like almost leaking but not quite. You know what I mean? Or Durandal Zero, the Korean poster, who would always just like, soon as the info was up on CN, he would just full send on Twitter the CGs and whatnot. And I was just like, man, this really sucks. The worst was like towards the end of part 1, there was this one user, like Twice Toaster or something like that. They would just live tweet react to the story as Senyuki is playing on YouTube and did not have the decency to like promote Senyuki's channel. Like, for goodness sake, just let us know where we can also watch along so we can support the guy. You know? Yeah, it's not a leak. It's officially released. It's just only officially released on CN, you know? Yeah. Okay, I'm closing this tab. This person... Yeah, can I... Who asked? Thank you! Rover understands. Who asked? Is Durandal Zero still posting content? Like, I haven't seen Durandal Zero's content in forever. Got it. Spam message deleted. Out of here. Bam! The recoil is insane, though. Oh yeah, is that Phantom Liberty DLC where you can get it? I should I should play Cyberpunk and play Phantom Liberty. You don't need DLC. It's just there. But it must have been added afterwards, right? Because it was like because like I don't think they had it probably wasn't accessible until after the anime, right? That was a common recurring complaint between Amadeus, Nefer, and MG was that Marissa had a streak where he was like kind of known for plagiarizing. It's not a matter of you copying Marissa, it's a matter of Marissa copying you. Like, MG would do battlesuit showcases, and then, like, Marissa would just straight up copy his format. Yeah, there were plenty of people who tried to get a slice of Marissa's pie, right? With posting CN news. But they could never achieve the critical mass that Marissa did, right? A couple of them were like just like, you know, barely make it to 10 or 30k. Marissa has like hundreds of thousands. Like 100,000, right? 140,000 on any of his platforms. And I agree, right? Ultimately, like you can just kind of be neutral because it doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter. And on his part, I hope he just remembers that he's big enough to not need to worry about this. He can just keep on keeping on. Because it doesn't matter. The bigger thing that he probably needs to worry about is how to pivot out of Honkai 3rd. Because none of his other stuff is, like, getting as, like, the traction that he probably wants. So what then is the conclusion? My conclusion is this, like, if you don't like his guts, if you have beef with him, unfollow him, block him, mute him, you know, the whole shebang. But it's very off-putting, like, soon as you try to make it somebody else's problem. And that's kind of where I'm at. Because, like, I had already, like, put him behind me, right? Like, I had already, like, okay, we'll just mutually follow each other. And then, like, I'll just, you know, you leave me alone. I don't give a crap whatever you do. And that's that. That's weird that mod logs pops up for you. Cause you're only VIP, right? I guess you could just hit close. Nothing happened. Okay, yeah, nothing happened. That's weird. But okay, so to reiterate, because since you already had ads, right? Are the ads done for anybody else?
抱歉，因为和你们会面之后需要回深。虽然我的确
Okay, you snooze. Thanks. That
不太
works.
清楚对你来说好吃的。
But yeah, so just to reiterate my conclusion, like I also don't care. I think if you have beef with Marissa or you feel some type of way, it's fine to just block him and it's like, you know, maybe let your circle of friends know, like, hey, I don't like this guy, I blocked him. But as soon as you make it other people's problem, like, you know, like, unfollow, you know, like, unfollow me if you still support this guy, like, that, now you're encroaching on my rights, right? Like, I had already forgotten that Marissa even existed. And now I'm forced to remember. But at the same time, it's like, we've been mutuals for a long time, and it's more like just a point of business to be mutuals on Twitter with Marissa, rather than, like, you know, really dig one way or the other about it.
我听说深空联合的研究员为了节省时间，发明了一种虽然口味不佳，但吃上一口就能功能3天。
But it really is just a non-issue. Like, I'm just gonna refresh my feed, the tweet's gonna, you know, disappear and whatever. But you know what reminded me to look a little bit further, though? The only reason I saw Amadeus's tweet was because Yunoya retweeted it. Yunoya retweeted it. So then I was like, okay, I'll just add some extra context. Nobody saw my tweets because I don't have a blue check mark. But if you go to my Twitter and then you click on replies, I laid out the whole context of when, you know, Marissa beefed with us about the tier list from forever ago.
他对能量的压缩利用率超过了95%，不仅远超新联邦与黄龙华胥研究所在同领域取得的成果，更是几乎达到了已知的理论极限水平。相比于口感，这无疑是更具突破性的成就。那接下来，我想问一些有关海维下探测器失控时的情况。林奈，漂泊者，可以向我具体描述一下你们镇压他的手段吗
How do you ban somebody on YouTube chat? I literally just got one of those bots that were like trying to advertise for like artwork commission scam. Oh, I timed them out, but I want to ban them. But I guess to ban them, I would have to, like, hide this user on this channel. Bot didn't even leave a like. Yeah, thank you, Facepalm. No like, no subscribe. Get out of here. But, oh, you know, going back to that conclusion of this whole thing, I feel like this whole thing is a nothing burger. I'm not mad at Snowy Owl or Amadeus. Amadeus might just be like, alright, these are my frustrations with Moriso, and I'm, you know, like, just to kind of pile on, because, like, I remember when I was reading Snowy's tweet, I was like, what did he do this time? But there was no specific thing that he did this time. It's just like a accumulation reminder of, like, everything that he did in the past. I was like, well, to me, I was just kind of like, but who cares? You know, like, he's already institutionalized in the space. Hoyoverse isn't gonna get rid of him, you know. Yeah, drop a pipe bomb. Post it in chat. And say it with your whole chest. All caps. Full send. I'm gonna skip ahead. This is a lot of jargon that I don't find that interesting. You know, Linnea's in this game is like I was saying before, right? Songchue combined with Asuna from Blue Archive, but also a tiny bit of March 7th, like, personality. Just a couple of CC that kind of just made you annoyed. Were they, like, big CCs? Or, like, CCs that were posting that thought they were big but not that big? Or gray zone CCs drawing NSFW? Almighty for Sakurama? I can understand Sakurama if he was kind of like, you know, a little off-putting, but he was a funny guy. I miss Sakurama. Go ahead and name names, Senadina. It doesn't matter. The whole Honkai community on Twitch, more or less, everybody's kind of gone their separate ways. We've all kind of gone our separate ways, right? Like, Yesenia popped off doing Nikkei. You know, MG hasn't streamed in forever. Like, last time I spoke with him, I don't even remember what we were talking about on Discord. Zcodla doesn't even stream on Twitch anymore, you know. Was it Fragile? Was it Geo? Fragile and Geo I could understand, and Shuba. Both of, like, all three of them were, like, very, like, turbo, min-max, hyper hardcore gamer. And that type of elitist jerkism could be very off-putting too. They changed their name? Were they SCA or were they, like, NA or EU? KR is the region where WuWa does best, so it makes sense if they take stuff from Blue Archive and Nikkei. True. It wasn't Hikari, right? Wasn't Nefer.
上一次在研究院见面时，我和你做过
Gradual Weeb, Shuba, Geo. You know who I miss? I miss Boomski. Boomski's been like AFK since like 2024. It's been way too long. Were they an SCA player? They only. Miss Cart. Carto. Janiro? Karoto? Karato? Carto was the big doo-doo lover. Wasn't Fifi, was it? Walshinator. Carto was NA. Oh, was Carto one of the dudes from Lumina? Oh, Carto fellas. Yes. Carto did used to hang out here. Yes. Cause he used to post a lot of the he used to post a lot of like the compilation reference compilations in Lumina. Were you beefing with him? Oh no, you said you miss Cartofellas. Yeah. I miss Cartofellas too. I never got to know Fifi that well. Who else, Sanadina? Who else? Were they an NA streamer? WuWa Stella? I know WuWa Stella had a name change and a whole like rebrand as a VTuber. Her stream really popped off after that. There was the one who pivoted to Genshin because her stuff popped off on Genshin. Scout, yeah, Scout. Scout became like a big time YouTube Shorts creator in Genshin, and like she got so big she forgot about us. Arbiter by the rings. What? By the rings.
能找到它来自哪里吗？完蛋了，是从那个方向来的。好，我们去调查一下。我已经没事了，莫宁，让你担心了。你还有事要回深空联合吧？现在没事了。你刚才 脸色很差，我跟着你吧。如果又是频率流失方面的问题，我可以快速把你运送回医务室。运送？跟随风的方向。刚才那个声音体，你找到你想要不？这条线索中断了。 不过，我知道，日轮 是换日仪式中最重要的东西。直开为下虽然能监测环境数据，但来自炉心内部的原始观测数据，只能由同属碎者的部件日轮来。只有罗伊族能够从日轮中获取数据，因此，我听到的那个声音说，他把日轮强制停止了。停止？你是说，你听到有一个声音在？那打倒虚弹虫时，而且可以确定的是，又是和研究院有关的事出问题了。看来暂时不要。
I like being able to air dash after, like, do an air dash twirl.
莫宁教授，哦，说是我们本来预计我追了一路才追到这里，看起来是材料学课程上应该强调过，这种元件性质不稳定，只能在可观测的安全环境下使用啊。抱歉。出于安全考虑，处理这种情况需要先停止。考虑到以常规不，那个为我所用。校准时机。这样就恢复正常了。太好了，那里面的数据还在。不过，你的做法违反了实验操作规范，就算采集到了。
Yeah, I was explaining earlier, like, there's I noticed a decent amount, or a non-zero amount of, like, high 3 players that are, like, butting in on this, like, lads situation. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care that much, but I also feel like some of the high 3 tweeters are, like, being annoyingly rude about it. Like, bro, their community is in shambles right now, but, like, we should not be throwing rocks from our own glass house, right? Like, the one, like I was telling in the chat earlier before you got here, or maybe it was, like, right as you got here, the you know that one, European cosplayer who cosplays Kiana all the time? She quote tweeted the lad's tweet, and she's just like, you know, thank God I'm lesbian. Like, God forbid that I ever obsess this much over a fictional male character. And, like, in my mind, I was just like, you don't have to be mad. You don't have to dunk on them. Like, just... You could just scroll past the tweet. I don't know. Maybe what I'm experiencing is, like, I'm exhausted with, like, everybody's, like, personal monologue side commentary on literally the space. You know? Here, let me go find the perfect tweet for how I'm feeling right now. I got it. I got it right here. It was from one of my old classmates back in college. This is me now. Now and forever, alright? You see this tweet?
你是说，双脚对罗伊族而言是会不会是地位更高的人？ 比如隐日殿里的朝日者，甚至密日六席。密日六席，我记得换日仪式中，日轮中的数据由他们提供。没错，他们是罗伊族最崇高、最厉害的6个人，也是所有族人中地位。听说他们能操控日轮，推算一切，从小鸟迁徙的路径到虚掷磁暴的轨迹，无所不知，无所不晓。要怎么才能见到他们？啊，这有点难度吧？毕竟他们从来不离开隐日殿。要知道，那里的建筑常年被光辉覆盖，连罗伊人都很少被允许进入。
Yo, I restored my Windows 10 install upstairs, so I'm able to dual boot back into it. But the problem is, if I ever want to switch back to Windows 11 on the upstairs PC, I have to like go into the BIOS and turn off the CSM legacy support. So it's like it's such a hassle going between the 2 installs. But I saw the icon for artery gear, and it made me like kind of miss artery gear for a little bit.
上课，求老师帮我少扣点学分吧。谁想到今天会出问题？明明都拜托老妈帮我开机了。回见。
Is Lads the same people who made Snowbreak? Is Snowbreak already EOS? I thought Snowbreak was doing good after they went like full Gunner.
你想知道的吗？那批机器人失控前最后接触的人。 很可能是马家的母亲，我想可以用家访的名义接触她。这样的话，我可以用学院教授的身份行动，但是你的身份没关系，这只是方便行动的称呼。
I didn't see the tweet facepalm if they did. That I mean, I think it would be cool if somebody picked up the IP and actually just made like a single player game out of it, or released it as an offline mode. Maybe they could sell it to Good Smile, because didn't Good Smile make like 1 or 2 figures for them before? I remember I saved the VOD of the Finana collab. I was able to get Finana Ryugu in artery gear. Snowbreak goon too close to the sun. You know what other game is gooning too close to the sun, Simser? Brown Dust 2.
请多指教，前辈。
One of my buddies at the Gundam build night, he's like, I don't understand, because Brown Dust 1 was a legit, just like, normal game, and then Brown Dust 2, they just went full Gunner.
是莫宁，这是前辈。再来一遍。
What is this?
您好，请问是马家的母亲艾斯翠德女士吗？
你好，是我。请问二位是？
没错，这位是我的前辈，漂泊者教授。我们是来进行家访的。
家访？是那孩子在学校闹出什么麻烦了吗？
Kid had a girlfriend and he smoked. They crucified him for that, got to put him on hiatus. They send wreaths to get him kicked out? Wow. Yeah, that's very brutal. I know, like, cyberbullying is, like, really crazy over there.
十分抱歉，都是我管教不周。不论他做了什么，我都代他向刑具学院道歉。那个，请问惩罚严重吗？如果需要赔偿，我可以为他支付。
Is this supposed to be Lene's mother? But it's not Lene's real mother, right? Or it's the mother of the real Lene and not... Oh no, this is Maja. Oh, okay. The NPC that we ran into earlier.
是的，正如前辈所说，他因为未遵守实验操作规范，使用了不稳定的碎群元件，让
She was the one from Terra's house, right?
攻击行为。我已经教育过他，在野外考察时。 不能使用这种易被虚质侵蚀的材料。
虚质侵蚀
Yeah, I remember because I watched it on Netflix at the time. The other guy in the house, like, trying to be nice, didn't realize that her wrestling outfit, like, needed, like, to be cleaned in a special way. So he just put it in the washer and ruined her, like, outfit.
我们想探明探测机器人失控的全过程。 听说今天早上是您在附近帮他将机器人开机，启动自动运行的。是的，正如前辈所说。请带我们去事发地点，只要到达现场，我就能凭借现场的痕迹，还原当时探测机器人的行动。
如果按照机器人的行动路线，会暴露那个东西。十分抱歉，二位老师，我的确帮马家启动了那些仪器，但我实在不记得具体的位置了，请二位先回。
那是虚质磁暴，怎么会？声控联合近期没有收到任何预警信息。 当务之急是避免它影响到这里的人。询问的事待会儿再说，我们走。前面好像是这场虚质磁暴的中心，去看看情况吧。
that really is one of those like existential like recurring themes, right? Of being so terminally online all the time.
已经进入虚质磁暴的范围内，请确认屏录装置的运作。小心，有碎群被污染。
Can I get mounted combat? Can I shoot? Can I shoot while mounted? No.
无空就虚，指挥模式，我将诘问群星。逆阵。
I think the thing that I really like about combat in this game is just the sound effect for parry. It is super satisfying. Bike controls definitely leave a lot to be desired.
这里，下方好像有一个奇怪的装置。装置吗？
Yeah, Mawika's bike
相关的事情，请交给我处理。
feels amazing.
前辈请小心。
Like it's so intuitive compared to this bike. Again, this is what I don't remember if I mentioned this before, but like Genshin is so polished when it comes to stuff like this.
看起来就是这个。
This game has like a weird, slight uncanny valley, not just in the character proportions, but like all the animations. You can kind of tell something's just like a little bit off. And that's kind of where you really appreciate the skill gap in what MiHoYo is able to deliver as far as like a polished animation for like, you know, walk cycles and whatnot. And part of it probably is because of the engine limitations.
大虫子，生态学场域调制器。抱歉。简单解释，马家的探测器会被污染。
But what they have done well is that they are actually trying to do more of these like expression animations in the in-betweens.
是不是有什么声音？
Yeah, I would say like WuWa basically forced Hoyoverse to really put more effort, and you kind of see it in Nod Cry with Yahoda.
他们是常与罗伊族相伴的一种特殊生物。根据罗伊族的记载，自碎者陨落的那，罗伊族认为他们是碎者残存的魂魄。为了送他们回到碎者的身体，罗伊族的牧者会以养育这一只，应该是在虚质磁暴发生时，躲在有防护作用的碎群元件下，才逃过一劫。
It's an Akasha terminal. Abby's gonna eat it. Flashback of the Indian mother washing a PC. Oh no.
这种感觉与在学院那时是一样的。
All you know about Brown Dust 2 is the 20 ride and reheated nachos. I don't know. All I know is that there are a lot of Gunner bait characters in Brown Dust 2 and a lot of like cosplayers that are like borderline Arrow cosplayers. They do a lot of Brown Dust 2 cosplays.
有关艾斯翠德的猜测就完全印证了。要返回营地问问他吗？
不用了。你们刚才说的事，我都听到了。这个装置。
Yeah, artery gear. They should make a figure of the Finana Ryugu one in partnership with Finana. I think a lot of her fans would really enjoy that.
送即将成熟的日灵前往浮光林，他像是刚和什么人，那时从他的衣袖里就掉出了这个。我当时没反应过来。但日灵们都不喜欢这个东西，我不敢继续把它放在营地里。 却也不敢让伊莫尔祭司发现，所以，我背着。
所以，这个装置是从那位伊摩尔祭司那里得到的。前辈，你怎么想？
Terrence，
我相信你的判断。我记得那位伊摩尔祭司就是马家提到过的还未上任的密日六席，他会是为了稳固自己的位置而做这些吗？
不，这绝对不可能。密日六席的继任者会在刚刚觉醒共鸣能力时就被选中，就算有人觊觎这个位置。 也绝无动摇既定人选的可能。
也就是说，没有人能对伊摩尔的地位造成威胁。但是，这并不能排除他对现任密日六席有敌意的可能。现在，伊摩尔仍是我们寻找密日六席的突破口。事情开始复杂起来了。恐怕单刀直入地接触那位伊摩尔祭司，并不是个好主意。
隐日殿的相关者，平时都会居住在浮光林外，名为赫尔留斯的村落中。这几天是不过，这是你们救下的日灵，日灵是与。 交给我吧。
That was pretty fun. I skipped to the 3.0 area, but I still have to do all the 3.0 stuff before I can do the collab quest, I think. Never. Does anybody know how much farther I have to go? Because you guys said it was like the 3.0, the in-between, and then it was like 3.1, and then there's the in-between, the 3.2, and then the in-between, and then 3.3. I need to actually start going faster then, don't I? I can't, like, sit and do all this dialogue, huh?
看装扮。
I'm just gonna aggressively start skipping. Oh, that was a really delayed alert sound. Like, super delayed alert. I'm getting all the Notlan vibes. It's great. I love it. Now I just need for Risa to just pop out of nowhere and eat all the food before I can even take a look at it.
诸位，到晚宴的时间了。
Where's my roast goose?
是美，这既是够。现在就让我们用佳肴与美酒。不过，注意别喝太多喽。
明天我根据预设的不同情况，如果能建立一个包含所有情况的模型，之前那时候我有发挥上作用吗？
Yeah, this is the Monya story.
既然如此，现在就也不。
I think. I like the Lene story, but I don't know how much longer I have to go, you know? It's a pretty short one. Okay, good.
那个，既然我们接下来会是同，他看起来很喜欢。那就这么决定了。大姐姐，要不要和我们一起？阿克塞尔爷爷。哦，我对跳舞。 我陪你们去跳舞吧，就去伴伴那里，好吗？无论如何，真正的对峙明天才会开始。今晚就好好休息一下吧。前辈也是。
来了多余的人啊！
哎，莫言好像不在原来的地方，发短信问一下吧。 真是有莫名风格的行为。虽然不知道举尺做13号行现在。
How is the catch up? It's going very slow. It's going very slow. .1 main quest, maybe? Oh yeah.
前辈，已经不用演戏了。也许有人会在暗处偷听，防止暴露身份。要一起坐一会儿吗？ 还是被你发现了。它运行了一天，能量有些不足。我本来想等到充能完成再回去找你的，毕竟充能时我没办法行动。被你看到这个样子的话，我会觉得有点丢人。 已经不会了。在拥有这副义肢之前，我因为先天的疾病，一直要坐在轮椅上。相比那时，我已经不用再为无法行动的身体困扰，也终于能去追逐想要追逐的东西了。 我喜欢星星。拉海洛地处极地冰原之下，这里的星星，实际上全部都是大气拟造阵列创造出的光点。正因为能看到星星，人类才会对天空之外的世界产生好奇，所以，星空是属于人类的浪漫。 我也这么想，但除此之外，我还觉得只是抵达星空依然不够。总有一天，我们会用自己的双手，缔造出比星空更浪漫、更恒久的奇迹。我是这样期望着走到这里的，而现在，就是我要用这双腿迈出的第一步。 没错，利用换日仪式，我们就能取得碎者的核心能源部件，实行3阶段活化协议。 离这双腿冲能完成还有一点时间，我们再看一会儿星星吧。别着急，半半，我这就去把前辈喊醒。前辈，你醒了，情况有些不对，浮光检测到灵区内有虚质磁暴的反应，特征波形正在分析。看来这就是大家陷入恐慌的原因了。
二位怎么来了？浮光林内出现了虚质磁暴，现在不是进入的时候。这是数百年都
Bro really gated a 12-episode OVA after 40 hours of gotcha slop. Yeah. Yeah, they did.
我们一起去调查清楚吧。
I'm stuck.
立场展开。和之前装置制造的磁暴携带的特征波形一样，这不是自然产生的虚质磁暴。
你什么时候做的解析？
前辈，小心！功率强化。我将诘问群星。找到装置了，在日树附近。
日树，我有些不好的预感。
检测到危险，这样更清楚。
Yeah, I like having bits. I like being able to fly. I think this is awesome.
和之前一样，使它终止运行后，虚质磁暴就会停止。但是，如果这真是那位伊摩尔祭司所为，他为什么要做这些？
So I can do early access. Okay, we might try to early access it after this quest is done. Spooky.
前辈，前辈，你还好吗？是又见到什么了吗？你的情况看起来比之前几次还要严重。
这场虚质磁暴，恐怕不仅影响了这里，也影响了隐日殿内。我想，
这就是那位
二位，知心知喜。如今，预言之人显现，隐日殿正在等待你们的到来。
就。
Buddy.
他们有自己要完成，前往隐日殿的路在这里。
Buddy.
前辈，请等一下，我有话要和你说。莫宁，怎么了吗？我很想和你一起去隐日殿，但我认为接下来我们分开行动会更好。不论是刚才接触日术，还是最初接收到记忆时，你的表情看起来都很痛苦。但我没有你那样与他们意识相通的能力，深空联合的知识，在罗伊族的文明面前也无法适用。所以在这方面，我能帮助你的，也许很有限。相比和你一起进入隐日殿，我有能更帮得上忙的地方，那就是去调查我们还没查清的事。本来预定要在归元之仪上见到的伊莫尔祭司，因为虚掷磁暴的发生不见踪影。现在看来，很可能就是他布置了那个装置。另外，这里的环境也有些异常，如果能调查清楚这些，想必会对我们有帮助。不，离前辈还差很远呢。那么，就要暂时分别了呢。请务必万事小心。
请上前吧。依照预言，秘制六席正在等您。
I just realized I might need to go to sleep. I just realized I might need to actually go to sleep soon.
这里幽暗的光线，和我在那段记忆中看到的很像。这样看，中心那个光芒暗淡的圆环，生痕，对这面像是星体一样的东西产生了共鸣。看起来，我可以直接操控它。
Why is that? I didn't sleep at all in the night. I went to Burger Night yesterday, and then I've been awake since Burger Night.
将星体上的图案对准日轮后，有光流了进来，就像是在为日轮提供能量一样。如果将所有方向的光汇入，应该能让日轮重新启动。
Okay, let me see here. Where is the... Is it this? Is this the early act? No, this is 2.0 stuff, right? This is the mini game. Reach the transport dock. Okay, we can actually just do this. So there is a way to unlock early. We just have to go back to the spot to find the docks. I think next month, which is like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we gotta do a StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty playthrough. Because it's almost the Wings of Liberty anniversary. Wow, lots of bright colors. Is that a CPU die? Wow, pretty colors. Uh-oh, is that the guy we have to fight? Maybe Love in Deep Space wouldn't have been in trouble if they got this guy instead, huh? Look at those piercing blue eyes. It's the cooler Latos. He kind of reminds me of Sunday, but also Asuka from Guilty Gear. Like, the man Asuka. Not to be confused with Asuka from Evangelion. But he kind of reminds me of the priest Asuka from Guilty Gear, in a way. But he also kind of reminds me of a Protoss High Templar, right? Because he's got them, like, super blue eyes, and he's got the gold armor. He even has the bands that, like, go out from the chest armor. Look at this. Is this not Protoss coded? He's gonna start preaching about the Kala. He's gonna tell you that you must construct additional pylons. See? You must construct additional pylons! Oh my god. The jokes just write themselves. I was able to sever my link. He had to cut his braids. We must stop Amon. Wait, I get it. He's Artanis. He's Artanis, and I'm Zeratul. You are the chosen one. You must fulfill the prophecy.
却也因身困隐日殿中，无从干涉。只能拜托一位孩子，将消息传递给您了。
是刚收到消息时，消散在学院外的那只日灵。
如今，因为您的到来，污染的源头终结，星体得以归位，日轮也已然重新运转。但其他人已经无法再思密日六邪之志。我还有最后一个请求。不过在那之前，请让我告诉你，所谓密日六邪究竟为何物
？Now that I think about it, that entire interior is like the arc from StarCraft 2: Legacy of the Void.
生灵被吞入空洞，形迹与存在皆被抹除。黑暗中，碎者挥动巨剑，将灾厄封存于地下。他从胸腔取出炽热的流星，作为永恒不息的光源，悬于拉海路的天际。辉光之下，冻土溶解，生态依靠碎群得以重建，但灾厄尚未平息。凡余波席卷之处
The Zerg! The Zerg have come to consume your essence!
被选作密日六席。我们以碎者所赐的透镜为日轮。
A Protoss persona? Oh no.
通过摒弃一切无用的思考，将意识与日轮连接，通过运算的共享与交叠，以人之力触及神明的边界。此后，罗伊族跋涉于拉海洛，已逾数百年。六席将算力彼此共享，共同编织出庞大。
The six shared their computational power, weaving a vast network to reach the Exostrider in a dimension.
联合提供的源自炉心中央的数据，亦是由此解读。但如今能再继续进行运算的，只有我一人。
I feel like there's like an AI joke in here, but I can't resolve the punchline.
六席的人选会在出生之时就展现出与日轮的共鸣，不可强求。现在，余下5席皆无法运算，亦没有足够的继任者。 纵使日轮恢复运转，我们也无法从其中解读任何信息。因此，我寻求的帮助乃是，请以您的权限，让我一人承担6人的算量，代行6席之职。
按照日轮的规则，这是需要6人共同完成的事。 如果将所有运算加之于你一身，你会怎么样
He's gonna become e-waste.
我知道的只是，倘若不再有密日6席解读日轮，虚掷磁暴的轨迹将无法预测，生灵将再一次卷入无序的灾厄。深空联合复制数十年心血。
I'm fading out, guys.
自我幼时被带入，这对我来说早已成为习惯，所以此刻，愚者， 请授权于我。
我尊重你想坚守的东西。
不久之后，一场巨大的灾厄将降临于拉海洛。我将与日轮的一切知识共享于你。当你呼唤，
I'm dozing off, guys.
我便会回应。
是残留的虚质污染，得赶快将它们清除。
请将您的力量留至灾厄之时，狱长。孩子们会帮忙的。归元之仪，正是将灾厄压制于地下的仪式。如今，孩子们奉献了自己的力量，日轮已经能够重新运转了。
没用的东西！我说过，要把日轮完全破坏掉吧。
非常抱歉，但这是有原因的。突然有无关者出现，打乱了行动。
我懒得听你解释。事到如今，我们的计划都因为你泡了汤，真浪费。亏我还特地为你准备了这张去新联邦的通行证呢。
不，求你了，别放弃我，要我做什么都可以。
好在那位大人网开一面，给你这个蠢货留了一个补救的方法。浮光林还有一位来访者，对吧？是一位双腿不便的科学家。找到他，去让他永远没法回深空联合。
前辈已经去了影日殿。
Oh man.
在做我能做到的事。这里的植被和水。
Oh no, and I still gotta do like investigations and stuff.
顺着痕迹，应该能找到。
Oh no 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 no. I think this is our stopping point for now. My brain is cooked, guys. I'm gonna go take a nap and just close my eyes for a little bit. When we come back, if it's still early enough, we'll fire back up and we'll just pick up back off where we left. All right. My sleep schedule is completely cooked, if y'all haven't already realized. But yes, I will be back when I wake up. I'm gonna go sleep a little bit. GG's, thanks everybody for being here. Hour and 45 of WuWa and more afterwards. We're gonna, once we wrap up this main quest, we will skip ahead and do the Night City stuff. Right now, in terms of polls, we are 60 out of 90 for the first 50-50. I hope we win. All right, thanks again, everybody. I'm dead tired, so I'm gonna go pass out for a little bit. I will see you all. I'll post in the Discord when I go live, but yeah, if you guys have the notifications turned on, we'll just look for the usual. All right, GG's.